Is it? Oh, I think that was me. Good morning, Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Amy D., and I'm here with my friend Max Brody on guitar. And wishing you a happy new year. Thank you for everything that it took for you to arrive here, whether in person or virtually. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide if you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, but God's so much more than the earth and the stars and all of creation. God is creator, all in all, needing us to shine its light as me, as you, so use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide if you show me all that I must do. Command my hands, what must they do? Command my life, it's here for you. God is the love that moves all creation. God is creator, makes all things new, and God needs us to shine its light as me, as you, so use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide if you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was like, oh. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Hope you had a good one. My name is Anthony Prado, and thank you for being here. First of all, let's give it up to our talented musicians, Amy D. and Maxwell Brody on guitar. Great job, great cover on that song. Welcome to the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, where we teach spiritual principles and practices that nourish us, lift us, and celebrate our oneness with all of life. And a special welcome to anyone joining us for the first time. Anybody here for the first time? Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4, 2 here, 2 there. Great. Keep your hand up, because if you can, yeah, keep your hand up. We got a packet of information we're giving out to you. And a big hello to the virtual people on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching us. We appreciate your support. Make sure you sign up for our weekly newsletter so you can learn about all the fun and inspiring things we have to offer here at the Oakland Center. We respectfully acknowledge that here in the Bay Area, we gather on the traditional land of the Indigenous Ohlone people. We honor with gratitude the land itself and the people who've stewarded these lands for countless generations. And now this is the time in our service where we honor children, wherever they are, the future of our civilization. So let's take a moment. And if you want to say this together, if you would like to. We bless all the children in our community and the world. We love you, we see you, we know the truth of who you are. You are unique expressions of God, and we're grateful to have you in our lives, and so it is. Join our social justice ministry today after service and on the first Sunday of every month from 1 to 1:30 at the social hall. We engage in sacred activism to help create a world that works for everyone and to nurture a center that is intentionally inclusive of all. Well, as our Wednesday night Oasis, we stopped that for a while and now we're resuming it, and here's information about that. Wednesday Midweek Oasis is restarting in 2026, beginning this Wednesday, January 7th. The time will be from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Most of you will remember it started at 7, so we're moving it up a half an hour early. New time. We've rescheduled it half an hour earlier than what it used to be. It will begin at 6:30. The first, third, and Wednesday will focus on discussion about our new daily readers. The fourth and fifth Wednesday will focus on visioning. And the second Wednesday of the month will be left open for participation in a joint social activism meeting between the other New Thought churches. That would be, of course, us, Oakland CSL, East Bay Church of Religious Science, and Heart and Soul. So that will happen on the second month. The Zoom link and rotation schedule can be found on oaklandcsl.org service page. There are 3 virtual classes started in January. The first one, The Essential Ernest Holmes, New Light on a Modern Mystic, beginning Thursday, January 22nd for 10 weeks, 5:30 to 8 p.m. Pacific Time. Co-taught by Dr. Reverend Sunshine Michelle and Reverend Gil Olmsted. This is a certified CSL course required for the practitioner path. Number 2, the second class is The Infinite You as the Universe, facilitated by Reverend Teresa Gardner and Reverend Sherry Greer. It will be 5 weeks on Thursday, starting January 22nd to February 26th, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time. And then the last class, the third class, Planning for an Elegant Exit, 4 weeks on Wednesday, January 21st through February 11th, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Details and registration for all 3 classes you can find at oaklandcsl.org or in the Village newsletter, which is a weekly email if you sign up for it. Join us for an evening of blessings on Friday, January 23rd, 2026 from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. This sacred gathering offers a quiet, candlelit space for reflection, prayer, and spiritual connection. More details will be shared soon. If you are able and willing to be of service at this event, please contact Megan at megandewan@gmail.com or Maureen at peacetoall@gmail.com as soon as possible. Join us for the 2026 Vision Board Party on January 23rd, 2026, from 11 to 4 p.m. at the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. This in-person gathering, limited to 4 participants, offers a creative and intentional space to clarify your vision for the year ahead. Facilitated by Deborah Jackson, the experience includes all materials and food with a cost of $50. Registration is coming soon. Visit again oaklandcsl.org/events for updates and details. Season for Nonviolence runs January 30th through April 4th. Join the 64-day global observance honoring the lives and teachings of Gandhi and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Take time each day to reflect on the principles of nonviolence and commit to creating peace within yourself and the world around you. Our January-February 2026 nonprofit partner is Abundant Blessings, an organization providing loving support to communities in urgent need by coordinating care for unhoused individuals in Oakland and families affected by recent hurricane devastation in Westmoreland, Jamaica. We will have a barrel available in the lobby of the social hall to collect urgently requested supplies. The list of supplies will be on the front of the barrel. All donated items should be new and gently used where appropriate, clean, and in usable condition. Your generosity through supplies, financial support, or sharing this information makes a meaningful difference. Be sure to check our weekly newsletter and watch the information on the screens for upcoming activities. Visit our Spirit Treasure bookstore after service for our 2026 daily readers and New Year gift deals. Visit oaklandcsl.org for more information about our beloved community, and visit csl.org to see what is happening within our Centers for Spiritual Living, the global organization. So lastly, we have our vision and mission statement. If you want to stand, you're welcome to do that as we say it all together. The vision of the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living is to joyfully reveal the love and oneness of God. We are a welcoming and inclusive spiritual community dedicated to individual transformation and collective growth. Our purpose is to love, inspire, and serve our community and the world through education, music, prayer, and play. And so it is. And now we will have our pulpit assistant, Doug Myers, take us into prayer.
Good morning. Happy New Year. I heard this year is going to be the year of the horse. So I'm going to have to saddle up and hold on. All right, so here is our reading for this morning. It's written by Ernest Holmes. It's from the textbook, The Science of Mind, A Philosophy of Faith, A Way of Life. The study of the science of mind is a study of first cause, spirit, mind, or that invisible essence, the ultimate stuff and intelligence from which everything comes, the power back of creation, the thing itself. We accept this thing and believe in it. What we desire to know more about, and we desire to know more about it and how to use it. From proof alone, we know we are dealing with a definite principle. If one, through the conscious use of he or her knowledge, one can produce a certain result. They must know with what they are dealing. The mind which discovers within us is the mind that governs everything. This is the thing itself, and we should recognize its simplicity. So I just invite you to take a breath or two, and if you wish, you may close your eyes. And knowing full well in this sanctuary, that we are held by the ancient wisdom of all of those spiritual beings who came before us. We are in the midst of spirit, the thing itself, God. It has many a name, and there are many paths to reach it. It is our guiding light. It is the infinite intelligence, the infinite love, the infinite peace that imbues us with its divinity. It is whole, perfect, and complete, for it is all good and all God. And I accept for myself that I too am of spirit in form, indeed blessing me each and every moment of every day. And as I know this to be the truth in who, what I am, I absolutely know that this is the truth for each one of you here today, that you are imbued with the blessings, with the loving kindness, with the intelligence that spirit is as you. Just listen. Listen to the still small voice. Spirit is providing divine direction and guidance. And so I bless our celebration this day, knowing full well that each of us is here by divine appointment. I bless Reverend Sunshine Michelle as she gives her talk, allowing her consciousness to open up to the divine, speaking words that will touch us, giving us a gift of spirit that we may take with us this day. I bless all of you who have come this Sunday morning, and to all of those who are listening on the live streaming. Thank you for being here. And simply remember, you are a child of God. The thing so loves you. It holds you in its embrace. And for all of this and the more, I simply say, and so it is.
So I'm excited to play a song that I've loved for a long time, but I've never performed until this morning. And it's by a singer-songwriter named Jamie Woods. It's called Hello Morning. So if you like it, I encourage you to go stream it as much as you feel called to. Standing at the cusp of the rising sun, should I run to the horizon? Or should I flee while I still have the chance before the light exposes what I'm not ready to let go of? But I see yellow burgundies, I hear nature's melodies singing a new song. Yesterday has passed away, and as the clouds color the stars, wave goodbye to all the scars from yesterday's rain. And now I say, hello, morning. different when the sun is gone, fighting monsters in the darkness, to find that they're just shadows all along. Nothing's the same when the light's gone. And as I wait for the sunrise, open my eyes and say goodbye, but I see yellow burgundies. I hear nature's melodies greeting a new dawn. Morning washed the black away, and as the clouds color the stars, wave goodbye to all the scars from yesterday's rain. And now I say, hello, morning. Hello, good morning, yeah. Hello, 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 good morning. Hello, good morning, yeah. The morning comes every day, but every day is hard to face. If I hold on to yesterday. Hello, morning. Hello, good morning. La, la. Hello, hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, yeah. Good morning. Thank you.
Pardon me while I get dressed. We have chairs on stage today. I know y'all are wondering what's up. Huh? I'll tell you in a little while, but not yet. You know, I'm full of surprises. I am wanting us, before I greet you, to take a community breath together. And you'll know why in a moment. And I do that by exhaling right where we are. Just let it go. Take a nice, deep, intentional breath. We're going to do this 3 times. When you get to the top, let it out with a sigh. Let's try that again. Breathing it in deep and letting it out with a sigh. Relaxing yourself. Last time, you 2 live streamers, bringing it in a little more. Hold a little longer. Let it out with a bigger sigh. And we simply allow the breath of life to breathe us. Let us watch it intentionally. Let us welcome the breath and bless it back. It's the law of circulation in action. And as we do this together this morning, I'd like to breathe in some blessings for the country of Venezuela. I want to bless the land. I want to bless the people. I want to bless the leader that was captured and his wife attacked by the U.S. So we give this a sacred moment of silence blessing. blessed be. Thank you so much. And good morning to all of you, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Yay. We might as well do that. It's just such a wonderful thing to be able to cross into the next, because some people didn't. Some people crossed onto a different threshold. So we are blessed, and we give thanks for that. I'm Reverend Dr. Sunshine Michelle Coleman, the proud spiritual director of the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. And I greet you this new, first, fresh, clean and unused, as Coach Carmen would say, Sunday that we have together. Let's not, yay, it's worth clapping for. Let's not take it for granted. And I welcome you. I use she and they pronouns. And to bring in the new year, how many, let me just see, of you were there on Wednesday night at the New Year's Eve celebration that we 3 communities had? It was okay, not as many, but you know what? It was a full house on New Year's Eve, and it was such a beautiful, beautiful service where East Bay Church of Religious Science, Heart and Soul Center of Light, and the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living all came together to celebrate that one event. And we were at East Bay, and it was just lovely. It really, really was. And we of the 9-person team, the event team, 3 of our beloveds represented us. So we want to give some love after I call call all their names. Practitioner and ministerial student Maureen Molina, Linda Wyman, and Peggy Cotton. Let's give them some love. And here's what I want you to know about this new year. We get to start fresh and new, as the song said, and continue on this Earth School journey and experience. We get to do that. It's a privilege and an honor. And if you're willing to declare a community intention with me, here's what I'm going to have us do, is stand if you're easily able. You don't have to, but if you're willing, you can stand now. You too, live streamers. And repeat after me with intention, with declaration. It's not going to be on the screen, so you're going to have to listen in. You willing? Yeah, because you trust me. I'm not going to take you in the wrong direction, okay? I hope you know that. Okay, here we go. I take a stand for and with God.
I take a stand for and with God.
I stand with life and livingness. I place God at the center of my world, and the rest follows and unfolds in divine order, divine timing, and divine right action. And so it is. And before you sit down, if you are willing to go greet a few people, and here's what I want you to do. Just let them know however you want to, that you stand with them. This is what community is about. You're going to exchange. I stand with you. I stand with you. And remember to pay attention to those who are not moving around or who are not mobile. Go at it. I stand with you in this moment. Beautiful. Doesn't that feel good? Live streamers, hopefully you can feel the energetic that was being exchanged, and you can greet people this day and this week especially to let them know that you stand with them, your family, your colleagues, whomever it may be. Just a couple of quick things. Reverend Dr. Liza Rancow, anyone know that name? Yes? Is a longtime friend of mine and a friend of Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. She used to be the executive director of One Life Institute. Will be speaking with us on Martin Luther King Jr. Sunday on January 18th. And she is speaking on the soul of justice. She has a new book that's out. I didn't get it in the slides, but it's in our bookstore. If it's not there now, it's on its way. She's going to have a book reading after the service, so I invite you to come to that. Be sure and be here. The book called, thank you, that's a good, the book is called The Soul of Medicine, and the tagline is really important. It's a social justice-oriented book. It's a great read for all of us. And I want to talk to the Social Justice Ministry about the book too, because maybe we can do some book study or something. So I'm wanting to partner where we can partner. And I wanted to acknowledge that Centers for Spiritual Living is using affirmations for the month of January by our own beloved Reverend Dr. Margaret Stortz, who has been writing for the Science of Mind magazine for over 50 years. And so she's in our midst and she's our own, and I just couldn't go forward without mentioning that. And last but not least, before we get into the readers, we have daily readers. It's a new day, it's a new year, and so this year we're studying forgiveness and love. Forgiveness and love. We're going deeper in. And so I invite you to join Midweek Oasis, as Anthony mentioned to you, because we're going to have discussions about the readers. And these two readers are in the bookstore. I brought a show and tell as well. We're going to read from them momentarily. Forgiving and Moving On by T.N. Dayton. It's a little tiny book. It's a 365 book. And then Meditations on Self-Love. So I encourage you to participate in that. How many of you have started with day one? Okay, great. There's a lot. Thank you for that, and lots of more of you to do that. All right, so we're going to declare together our affirmations. And on the first, on the 365 forgiveness, what the topic was for this month, to give it a little context, is about intimate relationships. I'm going to, listen carefully, I'm going to put a sentence ahead of this one. So you're going to have to listen to me, and then I'm going to follow with this. But I want you to repeat this one after me. I can have intimate relationships in my life today. And let us continue reading that one up there together. I can accept and receive the feelings that come with intimacy. Let us continue with self-love. Joy has always been here and will always be here. We just have to look for it. May I remember my joy. And so it is, and that's important, because when we spiral down or when we go downhill, we forget joy, and joy is in there somewhere. We just have to look for it and look for it. And may I have, Tyndall, may I have this mic for a moment? I have a quick question for you, and I'm just going to get a couple responses out there. I'm going to walk in the audience. And I did this last week in our closing year ceremony. I asked the question, what 3 God qualities are you walking with in 2026? What 3, you don't have to give 3, you can give 1. God qualities are you walking with in 2026? So I'll tell you mine first, and I'm going to get a few others, okay? And so mine are grace, love, and joy. If you're willing to tell us What 3 qualities are you looking to walk with?
Joy, health, and happiness.
Joy, health, and happiness. What about you?
Acceptance, forgiveness, discipline.
Love it. And I should have said, yeah, and you know, some of them are double, because I have love in mine, you have forgiveness in yours. So besides that, did you raise your hand, Beth? No. Oh, okay. I was coming over there. But well, you didn't either, right? But I'm going in the audience to.
Grace, clarity, and love.
Beautiful. What about you?
Joy, happiness, and love.
Joy, there's a lot of joy in the house. I'm going to reach over, I'm sorry, to get on the end aisle. What about you?
Forgiveness and health.
Forgiveness and health. What about you? Say something.
I like forgiveness.
You like forgiveness? Love.
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness. And what was the middle one? Healing? Oh, what about you? Courage, love, and joy. Joy is a popular one. Dr. Margaret used to call it a cosmic biggie. Okay, so I'm coming over here. What about you?
Love, joy, and patience.
Love, joy, and patience. Come on.
Peace.
Peace. Another one?
Health.
Health. Any more? That's good?
That's good.
That's good. Peace and health. We can always stand a little bit of that. Okay. What about you, Karen? Ooh, I'm right in the camera. I'm sorry about that.
Beauty, peace, and healing.
Beauty, peace, and healing. This is peppering our room, right? So we know what's going on.
Wisdom, patience, and intention.
Wisdom, patience, and intention. I'm only going to take a couple more, but what about you, beautiful woman?
Patience, discipline, and curiosity.
Patience, discipline, and curiosity. Okay, so now anyone that, y'all can just shout them out. Just shout them out. Growth, healing, possibility. Oh, she's getting up. She wants to. She put her hand on her hip.
I didn't hear anyone say abundance. Let's say abundance.
You know, it's the first day of the year. I can do what I want to do, which tees up our global themes. You know, we were really working with rising higher and growing deeper, and this time we're working with open at the top. You see how slowly that went, though? Because sometimes it's not easy to be open at the top, right? So you start from down here and you come up. And we're opening at the top. And then we let it go. You willing? Okay, that's our gesture. That is for the year. For the month, ancestral wisdom, new thought. And our weekly theme is an interesting one, divine mind and maple sugar. I have something to say about that. So continuing in our long-standing tradition in the science of mind philosophy, centers around the world and in the global themes, but I'm old school. When you look at the Science of Mind text, which I did show and tell up here, but I pulled the wrong book. This is 365 Science of Mind, but there's a Science of Mind textbook that Doug read from. It's in our bookstore. The first 4 chapters are the crux of our Science of Mind philosophy. And the first one is the thing itself. You heard in Doug's reading talk about the thing itself. That's what I'm talking about today. The next one is the way it works. So you're talking about the thing, you're talking about the way it works, and then you're talking about what it does. And that last one is how to use it. How to use it. This is straight science of mind principle that we're talking about, which is ancient and new thought. And that's what we're working with today, the thing itself. So when we talk about, remember, it's divine mind and maple sugar, but divine mind is that thing itself. It's first cause. It's divine source. It's that raw energy that simply is. That's what Doug read from, and let me read it, a part of it again. Ernest Holmes, our founder of Science of Mind philosophy, said, "The study of the science of mind is a study of first cause, spirit, mind, or that invisible essence, the ultimate stuff and intelligence from which everything comes, the power back of creation." You get it? Can you feel it? It's that thing that is indescribable, even though we try to describe it. And he says in that last paragraph of that reading, "The mind which we discover within us is the mind that governs everything. This is the thing itself, and we should recognize its simplicity." And those of you who've been coming for a while and know, you have heard me say, I love this concept and this notion. I believe that there's simplicity in complexity, and there's also complexity in simplicity. They both work like that. So when he says we should recognize its simplicity, and you're talking about the thing itself, you better believe there's some complexity in that. It's dense, it's complex, right? But then the same way it works when there's something that's so complex, we can overthink it and overwork it, is simple, because it just is. So that's how that thing works together. This thing simply is. And that's what you say about that. It's more than life itself, but it simply is. And we're here to discover what's back behind it. How do we produce from what it is and what it does, because we're made of that? And how do we have direct access to use it and experience from its magnificence? So these are some of the things that we get to entertain. So you might say, what does maple sugar have to do with it, Reverend Sunshine? I wasn't the writer of that, so I can only tell you what they wrote in the outline. But what they wrote made a lot of sense, and then I'll give you my spin, is they talked about indigenous wisdom and how nature, we need to learn from nature and how it formulates what turns out to be maple sugar, but they describe in this process how sap comes from the maple tree that gets mixed with the perfection and the warmth of the blazing sun and the freezing cold, the freezing night cold. It needs both. And then it sugars, I'm simplifying it, of course, and it crystallizes and sweetens, and it produces this maple sugar. And they talk about the squirrels feasting upon it. It sounded really interesting. And when you look at divine mind, the thing itself, and maple sugar, it's because this thing itself has this creative process that works in poof voila, as I like to say, it makes this thing. It's just amazing how it works. So let me break it down in my own example, because it got me thinking, not necessarily this, but I was just dreaming on over the holidays. Both sides of my family are Southern. I come from Louisiana, my people do, on both sides of my family. And I grew up with, I had a favorite great aunt who I loved going over to her house. And she didn't have kids, if she did have kids, but they were older than me. But so I just liked hanging around her, right? So that's partially where I learned to cook, not only there, but from my foremothers and just being around them. And Aunt Irma used to make some skillet bread, which was like a big pancake, but it was like a biscuit. And it was a big one in a cast iron skillet. And I'd say, Nanny, I called her Nanny, Nanny, would you make some skillet bread? And so she would make this big thing and put some butter on it and put some cane syrup on there. Talk about some good eating. I was thinking thinking about that over the holidays. Now, I could go probably recreate the same thing, but it's nice to just feel warm about it with my ancestors because she's on the other side. Same with my Grammy-o, whom y'all probably feel like you know I always talk about her, because I wanted her to make me gingerbread. My mother told me the other day this story that I thought I was the one that loved the gingerbread. But my mother told me, the oldest of 12, by the way, and I'm an only. My mother said that when she was pregnant with me, she couldn't get enough of Grammy-o's gingerbread. And she'd beg her to make the gingerbread, and she'd eat all this gingerbread. So it could be that that's where I got it from. I don't know. And Grammy-o would say, she's now on the other side too, I say, Grammy-o, adult, will you make me some gingerbread? Girl, go make that yourself. The Brer Rabbit molasses. It has the recipe on it. They don't even make Brer Rabbit molasses anymore, I don't think, so I'm dating myself. But I'm saying it because I could change the title of this talk to Divine Mind, Cane Syrup, and Gingerbread. That's the ancient wisdom part in here that I'm adding. And so let me quote Robin Wall Kimmerer. How many of you have heard of her Braiding Sweetgrass? Anybody know about that book? It's a beautiful book. Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teachings of Plants. And she happened to have been the 2025 Science of Mind Spiritual Hero of the Year. She says, we say that humans have the least experience with how to live, and thus we have the most to learn. We must look at our teachers among the other species, which means nature and animals and different things, for guidance. Their wisdom is apparent in the way that they live. So, this thing itself, this divine mind, this divine source, it's an ineffable, it means you can't describe it, essence. Primordial existence. It's the first cause. It's that place that is that deeper space to be planted even firmer from, knowing that we are immovable in God. You can, if some people have problems with the word God, if you do, based on your past, call it something else, because the one just is. Reverend Victor used to call it Papa. Some may call it Mama. Some may call it Spirit. Whatever it is, just call it, okay? This is that quality that is the tree that's planted by the water that they talk about in the scripture. I shall not be moved. That's what the song says. We need to connect deeply with this knowing, with a sense of urgency given the world around us, so that we can ground in and be open at the top. So we want to bless this big, bold, beautiful thing itself with our love. We can bless it and let it bless us. So now I'm going to turn to my special guests that I invited. We tried to hook it up in December, which I mentioned, and we weren't able to. We have our sweet Congolese family. I'm going to call them up in a moment, but I want to introduce them first. We have, they're in our midst, and it's interesting how this has happened. I've kind of fallen in love with y'all. It's too late, you're mine. And and on behalf of the Oakland Center. And this is the way it went. You know, a year or so ago, maybe longer than a year, we sponsored in our nonprofit partner program an agency called Women Rising Legacy Project that was co-founded by Chingwell Mutombo. And this agency, I love what it does, provides secure land tenure and opportunities and support for women in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the DRC, to create sustainable lives for themselves and for their families. So it's a lovely agency. They do great work. Women Rising is part of life-threatening challenges faced by women and children who are of one of the world's poorest countries. Governed by the women it serves, Women Rising purchases land, makes it safe for women to farm there, and supports the creation of the food-based enterprises. Women Rising is a community and a pathway for women in the DRC to forge a new destiny for themselves and their sisters. Isn't that beautiful? And so I've been, Chingwell started coming here after we sponsored her agency. She was coming to our services. And then when her sisters would come, she'd bring them. So I feel like I really know them somehow, and they were in love with us, and I was in love with them. So anyway, Chingwell said she co-founded this organization that I mentioned, Women Rising Legacy Project, as a part of her purpose. This work is her life purpose, and she's been doing this close to a decade now. And in addition, she's a life coach and does some other things. You can visit them at Women Rising at rebellishdreamers.org. So I want to bring them up, and I want to introduce them. And I've incorporated them in part of our service. They were with us last week during Kwanzaa. And I said, would you like to participate in our African American holiday? And they were so excited. It's about community, right? And remember they did a praise dance for us before. So Spirit just dropped it in my mind that it would be nice to have a dialogue with them around this topic for just a little bit. And so here's how I'm introducing them. These three sisters that are coming up, Chingwell is one of them, along with her sister Kasu and Chikom. And they're a family of 7 children. And in the mid-70s, their parents, their father, Mutambu, and mother, Coleman Nadal, I hope I'm saying the words right, the names right, and we have pictures, right? Oh, right. This was a picture of us just a few weeks ago. And then the next picture that you'll see is their father and mother with 2 of the little ones, the eldest, right? And so their father got a scholarship to finish college, his college degree, in Iowa, here in the States. And so the family came, and then Chingwell was born after that, here in the States. And then they moved back when his father completed the degree to a small village, Musamba, in the southern part of the Congo. And it is growing up in this village where their connection, this is important, their connection to spirit and ancestors was strengthened, and where their tradition, their culture, their nature and environment helped shape who they are today. We continue to be shaped, she said, by spirit as we connect, weave, and open up to all the infinite possibilities of who we are becoming as humanity, remembering that we are one. So they come for a month or 2 at a time, and every time they come since we met them, they've been coming here. They come here, so they're a part of our community. And when they came here in November, immediately handed me a bag, this dress. It was a week before my birthday. I said, oh, thank you, it's my birthday. So this is my birthday dress I'm wearing. So please come on the stage with me. Chingwell, Kasu, I said that wrong. Oh, and Chikom. Yes. Give them another hand.
Thank you.
Hi, Kasu. Yep, wherever you want to sit. Because Chingwell is going to make sure we all understand each other. So I read to you part of what we thought we were going to talk about in December. We were talking about shedding our skin. And so I asked a question. I'm going to ask it again. I read you their answer because they gave me a written answer, but I want you to hear from them. How do you all stay encouraged and inspired given all the conflicts? There's a lot of conflict happening in the Congo. Did y'all know that? You need to read up on it. And so this is a part of our community exchange. So how do y'all stay encouraged through this?
Yes, first of all, good morning, Happy New Year, Bonne année, Move Wash. That is in Lunda, yeah? So I'm going to ask them, and then I will be doing interpretation. Yeah. And I will be speaking Lunda, which is our mother's tongue. Question we rely of Sambish Mutapuk, Etushichan, Selo Mutap ma conflict Congo. You make it kuchkwasha. Kushakati.
You can give them.
Premièrement, je crois que Kushakat mu Olanda wa dimo mu communauté au Congo ou din Kouang et puis ou din Kutaljan, Kouendijan, Kolond et mu Congo tu que système au puis pas tellement tu parce que konok depuis na signal many ancho din chi mu chukumpa mu chukumen ko ko chuka lanka pamanch ata wisha kumuntu atakada pamana mako emefandi ulanka uya muko kalanka nka umana et puis donc du vivre une communauté.
Yeah, so I will start with the answer, yeah? First of all, given the fact that Congo has gone through quite a bit, what keeps us going is hope and community. Yeah? She was just saying that in the Congo, the first thing, when we wake up in the morning, if you have not seen your neighbor, you will go and knock to just say good morning to make sure. So that sense of community, but then hope is what grounds us. And she also mentioned music, etc.
Mm-hmm. Ngam ika utusika muchimpansh, ngam ika utusharkat, ngam ika utuformesha yo mini yawons.
So what she is also saying, the second thing is the drum. Drum is the heartbeat. So when you are drumming, it reduces stress. When you are drumming, you forget and you start to dream. When you are drumming, it's the place of breath, yeah, the heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. And did I say the name right? Is it Kasu? Did I say it right?
Kasu?
Is Kasu here? Yeah. Oh, I keep missing. Chikam. Chikam. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Kasu. Okay. All right. So here's the next one. I love the answers. You can. What do you have to? I talked about divine mind today, and Chingwell told me. I said, "How do they understand? Do you translate when you come to service?" And she said, "Yes." And so, how do you? What do you have to offer about divine mind? Remember, I talked today about this thing itself, as I've described it, or as you would describe it.
So I'll translate again, and then I'll come back. Yeah. Chad, question we pilawa. Chume would exam we could tumbela would exam yomi yawo. Chad mutapu kata kwesplikangan win wush we want to tag nang 8 hours pamangan at a yom.
Mana urus wa angak kwa fumila yomi yawo. Parce que être pour Afrique, puis j'ai un zam ou d'un oxamis ou d'un vajet. Notre mena pizam, mais un zam oxamis tient un vajet. Il y a tout comme un awons.
So in terms of as we are called the divine mind, yeah, for us growing up being on the continent of Africa in the Congo, first and foremost, the divine mind is in everything, and sometimes it's in the call of the ancestors, yeah? Living, four-leggeds, but everything, yeah? And the divine mind manifests also in our relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we see that divine mind, yeah? And for me, our answer, as a child who have or live in both of the worlds, yeah? Here and back home, the divine mind in the way that understand and the way that we grew up with in a small village. You know that it's the light, yeah, and the source of all. We grew up in the forest, so nature becomes the teacher where you are connected. The sun shines up on us so that we can grow the food to feed us. So it's in everything.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, she said, yeah, the same.
The same? Yeah. And this last question is loaded. Okay. It says, is there anything else that you want us to know about your people, your culture, your views, your circumstances or perspectives or prayer requests or whatever it is, just in a soundbite? Like, what do you want us to know? What do you want to say?
Okay, I'll translate. Kudichom yukimnana awi ishkapmlowa anj kiltir yaonsh ab kudichom ma prière yaonsh nija Thomas. Okay, kudichom yukimna ishkap selon viwet Congo anj kud prière an kudichom chumwe yukimnana ishkap yomi selon kiltir wet.
Selon kilti hoitwe jakimin ishkap chomik.
I'm still
malembil ni ku tek muchimbando ndumweng ni ku kwikal muchom chimweng ni ku yakorothiya wejana.
So I think, like, if there's one thing to know about our culture, she started first, it's unity, being in oneness, yeah? Second, one of the things that we do quite a bit in the Congo and what keeps us, the singing are part of the prayers. So prayers, yeah, in connecting to spirit or prayers in connecting with our ancestors. So that is at the base or at the center. We center that. So just knowing that songs are really a big part of who we are, but also prayers.
Mm-hmm.
If Krishna I Kimba Krishna Daniel, peut-être Krishna Mudam personnel Krishna Ilej, et tu crois qu'on a nakash. Anga Kimba Krishna Mutapu Mutuani, yeah, peut-être Krishna. Tu Krishna Ilej Mutapu Mutuani, Mutapu Mutulambi, Mutapu Yesuchata.
So one of the things that she also just mentioned, because we sing a lot, perhaps one day it may not be in this part, but also teaching how we sing, how we do it, all of that, yeah, because it's a big part of connecting to the Spirit.
Mm-hmm. I feel moved to mention one of my other questions last month said, what are the differences you all see between the states and your homeland, given the conflicts in both regions? And what they said is the United States has always been a beacon of hope and a place where people have risen to defend human rights. The differences we see in the conflicts present in the two regions are that in the United States, people still have the ability to protest the government. And I'm saying this because we have more of that to do. We have more of, and this was their view, and I felt like it's important to say it again. And so, lastly, they had requested to offer a song of prayer to Spirit as we close. And so are you ready for the prayer? Is there anything else to say?
I think we are ready, but first of all, thank you very much for the opportunity to be in conversation.
Yeah.
And thank you for having us here. Yeah.
And what we will do is I want us to open ourselves to receive it with love, and I want you to know that we bounce it right back to you. It's the law of circulation. So you give it out, we receive it. We give it back to you so that we are in circulation, and after that, then we will do the community prayer.
Okay? Yeah, thank you. So the song is just a repetition, a very, just 2 words. It's just calling in, we are calling in the divine to continue to guide, to continue to provide, clarify the path. Yeah. So we'll just be singing, and then on that who call up on ancestors.
Let me say, we have the one mic here, or you can stand at the podium. Or do you want to stand here and hold the mic in the middle, or you want to be at the podium?
I can hold it here.
Okay.
Ombi letu e Bwana uwe nasi, usikie kilio chetu leo. Ombi letu e Bwana uwe nasi, usikie kilio chetu leo. Ombi letu e Bwana uwe nasi, usikie kilio chetu leo. Ombi letu e Bwana uwe nasi, usikie kilio chetu leo. Ombi letu e Bwana uwe nasi, usikie kilio chetu leo. Ombi letu e Bwana uwe nasi, usikie kilio chetu leo. Nzambo banzamba nzambo sakatanga watanga diu didiv lankan nzambo angaketu nzambo amakwetu nzambo ayayetu fungulani lankan imanani tubarilani shishili fungulani shili apa men apa mayali lankan lank makamun lank tartele lank ngakamun lankan ombi letu e Bwana uwe nasi, usikie kilio chetu leo. Ombi letu e Bwana uwe nasi, usikie kilio chetu leo.
And so we continue this prayer by asking the practitioners and the ministers to surround the congregation. We are still on the vibration of the prayer as we begin to utter, as I begin to speak it, as Alice brings the prayer box up. And so we stay in the sweet vibration, the sweet melody, the sweet beat of our sisters from the Congo represented here today, Kazu, Chingwell, Chikom, and the rest of their family. And Max, I invite you up, there you are, to play a little bit. And so we give thanks for this one light, this one power, this thing itself, this divine harmony, this divine love that is forever present, that sung the sisters and shared it with us, that we received the prayer and that we gave it back to them, that it is this divine circulation and flow that we are flowing in right now into this sea of love, into this space of its perfection, its harmony, its peace, its love, all of the qualities that we called out as I walked around the room and we spoke out into the ethers. God is all this and the more. It is that divine source, that one source. And so it is that hum that the sisters are beckoning and the keys that Max is playing. It is the answered prayer to these requests in this box that Alice holds. It is the answer to the prayers on our hearts, the divine response. For we believe that as we speak in the knowingness of truth, in our belief, in our faith, that it is already acted upon. And so we know from this place, we pray from this place of knowing. As I call these names, anyone that is seeking prayer, I speak for Tanya Stum and Sam Leon and Jen Alejo, Kate Phillips, Doug Myers, Manuel, Rev Kurt, health, healing, wholeness, and well-being. I know for Miss Lita de Seville, Miss Lupe Capenda, Moisey Stewart, Aaron Stewart, Zion Romero, that blessed family, Larry Jolivet. I am knowing peace of mind and guidance, clarity and divine resolution. I am knowing and holding our own Camilla Cardell as her father, Carl Christian Cardell, has made his transition, her papa. And so we hold her in the comfort and love of peace and divine comfort as we know smooth transition for him. And the same for Virginia Obie, who I participated in her memorial service last week, who was a longtime member here, blessing her family in peace and comfort. And I again include the country of Venezuela, the country of Congo, the continent of Africa, and all the continents. Any and everywhere where there is strife or conflict or war or violence or disruption, we focus on the peace and harmony and love of spirit that we know touches and blankets those places right where they are, providing refuge, providing resource, providing whatever is needed to recover and to heal from those circumstances. And so, beloveds, the prayers that are on your hearts, now is the time for you to speak aloud your name and the names of anyone for whom you are praying, or speak a prayer out loud yourself in this vortex of love. And as these names continue, we continue to lift them up with our knowingness that God lifts it up even higher, that it is open at the top, that infinite possibilities do abound in the lives of all of these beloveds. And so with supreme gratitude, the ultimate gratitude in this beloved community, we lift this prayer and give it over up unto the divine thing itself, knowing that the way it works is through universal law, and it produces that which we declare and multiplies it with the goodness and greatness of God, blesses us with it. So we receive, we open up our hearts and receive the healing therein. So we can rest this word here and now, and we can let it be so. And together we can declare, and so it is. Praise God. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Let's give them another hand.
Reverend Jerry here. So good to be with you. This is my spiritual home and my spiritual community for many, many years. And I know that we all feel the love and the warmth and the goodness of what this Oakland Center for Spiritual Living provides for us, because we believe that it is truly an abundant universe and the abundance of the universe is flowing in. So let's do it again, because we're going to be doing this a lot this year. We're bringing forth and being open at the top. And so when we're open at the top, we let all the graciousness and goodness of Spirit flow in, through, and as us. And we get to feel this each and every Sunday for sure, and any day of the week. So it's really important to me that we honor our campaign this year, and we have done well, and we are celebrating this day our Open at the Top pledge campaign, which isn't over. We've launched it over the last month or so, but you can continue to pledge. There are cards in the back of the seats. There are pledge cards online that makes it really easy for live streamers or for anyone who wishes to give to the spiritual community, because it's always giving to us, isn't it? Yes, yeah. So we are at 163,333. Now we need to up that ante. Yes, that's great. That is great. We're so excited. So excited that I have bought a beautiful carrot cake for us to enjoy, so we can have the sweetness of life coming forth into our lives. So everything that I do related to abundance, I really try to connect it all together. That's why the carrot cake instead of a chocolate cake, or, you know. So anyhow, we have 48 people who have pledged, and I know there's more, but this is the current count, and I thank you all so much, because this is so critical to keeping our community thriving and to support our senior minister and the board of trustees here. It is so important, because there's a lot of planning that goes into all of this. And we have this beautiful spiritual home. We need about 40 more people to pledge so we can match where we were last year. And I know if those 40 people pledge, we'll be above and beyond where we were last year. And that's what our goal is, and I trust that that's happening and will continue to happen through January. Now we have themes. Our Centers for Spiritual Living have themes for this year for the Open at the Top pledge campaign theme. And in January, it's circulation, in the flow. So I want to read a little affirmation to you. Be with these words from Mahatma Gandhi. There is force in the universe, which, if we permit it, will flow through us and produce miraculous results. Do you believe that? Yes. Okay, so let's do our giving affirmation. We'll recite it together. I feel that love is flowing through me to heal every situation I meet, to help every person I contact. Love opens the way for me and makes it perfect, straight, and flat. And so it is. Yes, Larry, thank you. And now is our conscious giving time. So yes, let's celebrate this, because what we give in these baskets is a spiritual practice for each and every one of us. So whether we're pledging and we hold our pledge card up to our hearts, or we have our cash or envelope to identify what we are giving, let us just come together and let us share our giving affirmation. Well, let me tell you, there's lots of ways to give. You hear this every Sunday. There's Zelle to give, text to give, mail to give, giving here today, which is the spiritual practice that's really powerful. So our affirmation: joyously I give with an attitude of abundance, knowing that as I give, I do receive, and so it is. I'll be over at the poster for anyone who hasn't had their star put on. There's lots of stars, and the poster is represented on our cake. It's edible. It didn't come out exactly the same way, but it is edible. See you over in the social hall. Thank you.
And whether you're coming up to the baskets or not, invite you to move along with us, sing along with us. shall not be moved. We shall not be moved like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We're fighting for our freedom. We're fighting for our freedom. We shall not be moved. Fighting for our freedom. We shall not be moved like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Now we're on our way to victory. We're on our way to victory. We shall not be moved. On our way to victory. We shall not be moved like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Ooh, we shall not be moved. Oh, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Can you sing that? We shall not be moved. 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 Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, I have a news flash. The social justice group will not be meeting in the social hall. They are all going out to lunch together. So we appreciate everyone. Reverend Sunshine Michelle, of course, our sisters who are here from Congo. All of you, our practitioners who and our audio and AV department, anyone who had anything to do with this service today. You are a blessing, and thank you. Our prayer practitioners, so I'm a practitioner, so when you see people wearing that, that's what that means, are here to support you. We're available in the back of the sanctuary, and you can have a prayer. And it's a relatively short one. The practitioner that you meet with, if you're interested in seeing him or her for a longer session, you may also, and when you go into the social hall, you'll see a whole bunch of photographs of all of us with our business cards. And you can also request prayer through the Ministry of Prayer. So there's the box back there. And I guess this is time. Oh yeah, carrot cake. And other goodies. Bread pudding, cookies, coffee, tea. Anything else? Chocolate covered almonds. All right, sounds like a sweet feast. Okay. Just need the affirmation up there, and we're good to go. All right. I am an important part of the truth of God in action. I take this seriously and use it with positive and powerful intention. And so it is. Have a blessed week.
Oh.
Before the music starts, one of our board members just came up and said that over in the social hall, there will be people talking about board application if you're so interested. So please do avail yourself.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. 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 Happy Sunday. Happy New Year. I'll see you again soon.